Morning, everybody. Welcome to Oxford. Um, just want to do a short video update. There will be a longer one coming. This is just kind of the preliminary stuff, so I'm gonna rush through it. Don't worry, there's more. First off, I just want to thank everybody for your prayers. Thank everybody for your support. Secondly, I want to just kind of lift up the ministry of YWAM a little bit. Tell you guys what their philosophy is, just in as quick detail as I can. So they were founded back in the late 60s, I believe it was, by Lauren Cunningham. And it's an amazing story. If you really want to know about it, there's a book called Is That Really You, God? And it's like all about one man hearing God's voice and how God spoke to him, and this ministry was built out of that vision that he was given by God. And it's an incredible story. I'll touch more on it in the other video. But basically, the basics of it is Youth with a Mission believes that God has given you passions and he's given you a skill set to reach specific people. And he's going to use that skill set, use that passion that you have to reach out to a specific people. I know for me, my heart's with travelers, my heart's with hippies, it's with vagabonds. God has brought me here to Oxford to work with backpackers and work with travelers, and I know my call, and I've heard God's voice, and I've received confirmation. I just want to lift up their ministry and their ministry model, because they literally have schools in any country you can think of doing anything you could want to do. If you're a surfer, there's a school for that. If you like, dune buggies out in the desert, there's a school for that. If you want to, do extreme sports, like if skydiving and bungee jumping are your thing, there's a school for that. Anything, farming or mercy ships, whatever it is, there's a school that does it, because they believe that God gave you your desires, that God's given you those passions for doing that kind of stuff, specifically to reach people who like doing that kind of stuff. So, right now we've got a backpacker school going, we've got a climber school, who go out and they share God's love by rock climbing. We've got a group of people who are here doing justice work, just going and working with the poverty-stricken nations, and it's incredible. So I'm right in the middle of my lecture phase. I've got about 6 weeks left before I head on outreach, and I know you hear lecture and you think that it's, this, you think of a college environment, you think of gaining all this knowledge, and that is a part of it, and that is important, definitely, by far, but it's not the primary, it's not the only thing they're going for. Their goal is to help you love God, to help you know God, and to help you hear his voice in your life. They train you in the character of God, the workings of the Holy Spirit, the ministry, evangelism, how to share God's love, why to share God's love. And the thing that keeps coming up is the simplicity of everything. You think about evangelizing, you think about missions, and so often you're like, oh, I'm not trained enough, I don't know enough. But when it comes down to it, the all-encompassing fact is love Jesus. If you love Jesus, you're going to tell other people about them. If you love your car, you're going to tell people about your car. If you love to cook, you're going to tell people about what you like to cook. But if you love God, you are going to overflow with this passion for Him. You're going to overflow to seek and save the lost. It's incredible how simple it is when you really let it be. Quick, I'm just going to talk about, so we just came off Kingdom Weekend, which you do in the middle of school. For 4 days, they send you out. It's based out of Luke 22, where he sends out the 72, and he says, don't take money, don't take a knapsack, don't take sandals, just go and, heal the sick, cast out demons, pray over the nations, all that stuff. And so that's what we do. We left after 4 days. We just prayed about a place to go, and we got there. Everything worked out so well. We never went hungry. We never went without shelter. And in the end, we were rewarded beyond anything we could have imagined. Me and my team, one other guy, you go out in 2s and 3s. The guy I went with, we ended up in a B&B that would have cost us over $500 a night. We ended up with a feast of food that we didn't earn, that we didn't deserve. I spent Sunday morning planting a vineyard and sharing the gospel with a guy who runs the place, and it was just everything I could have asked for. We had people who they just prayed. They were praying and they were hungry and they wanted muffins and they wanted steak and they wanted ice cream. And within that day, they had muffins for morning tea, they had steak for dinner, and they had ice cream for dessert. God provided in a way that I can't even explain. It's just, and one of our preachers has been, or lecture guys, comes out of South Africa. He's spent, God called him 10 years ago to go among the nations and preach the gospel. And him and his son put backpacks on and started walking. 10 years later, they're still doing it. They've been gifted everything they need to train people. They've been given computers. They've been given cars. Stuff they didn't even know they needed. And because of it, they are able to travel around the world teaching on evangelism. It's just awesome testimony. So that's where I've been. Where I'm going, I've got outreach coming up in about 5.5 weeks. And me and my team are going to be going throughout the South Island. We've got 2 towns specifically we're going to, both of which we've been given buildings to work in, to just do whatever we're led to do. We've talked about running a coffee house. We've talked about just doing worship nights, talent shows. Whatever. So we're going to be doing that for the first half of our outreach. Traveling cloaks would be appreciated. That'd be awesome. But anyway, so after that, we're heading out to Nepal, out towards Kathmandu, to go through mountain villages in the Himalayas and just preach the gospel to people and pray for the sick and feed the hungry and whatever God needs us to do in that area. And it's going to be amazing. After seeing for 4 days what God can do when we obey Him and how He rewards us, and there's going to be tough times, and it's going to have days where everything goes wrong, and days when you pray for people and nothing happens. The days when it's raining and you have no place to stay. It's going to happen. But the obedience of God in itself is a reward. it's, that's so hard to explain, but it's so amazing to just let God be God is so incredible, and it's just so amazing, and I'm so excited to see what happens, especially once we get to Nepal. We're really one of the first teams to go there, and we're connecting with people we've never connected with, and so we have no idea at all what that's going to look like. And it's such an encouragement, so exciting to know that God already has a plan, and He's already set up appointments with people. He's already set up connections that need to be made, and we just have to go and trust Him, and things are going to happen. After I get back from outreach, I've committed to staffing for a while. I'm probably, including the 6 months of DTS, I'm probably going to be down here a total of, I'd say probably the next year and a half at least, including the time I've already been down here. Just serving the base and training, doing leadership training and biblical training. And so to get more training, I'm going to staff in that time two backpacker schools. If God continues to line things up, which I believe He is, and He really has confirmed it to me that this is what I need to do. So definitely be praying for that. And then I've really been given vision of just full-time ministry with travelers and backpackers and stuff. Touring around in a camper van and just staying in hostels and hiking with people and just really taking time to be in a relationship and get to know people and share God with them. I still don't know what that's fully going to look like or when that's going to be, but I'm super excited for it. So yeah, that's kind of my life right now, guys. Definitely still, definitely need a lot of prayer. Definitely like clarity and vision and confirmation. There's a lot of financial obligations still. I'm still a couple $1,000s short for outreach. I totally trust that God's going to provide that, but I have no idea where it's going to come from. My staffing costs, $400 a month, plus, we, even as leaders, we still have to pay 75% of the outreach fees. So that's, on top of that, that's another couple $1,000s a year, and I have no idea where it's going to come. But I know that it's God's plan, and so in that I know that He's going to provide for it, because I've seen it so heavily since I've gotten here. I've seen it in other people's lives so heavily, and I've experienced it so much this weekend. So I'm not worried. Definitely, though, pray about it, and yeah, hey, if you want to throw something my way, that's awesome. If not, that's okay. Just pray. That's all I need. God will provide. Yeah, I love you guys. I miss you all, and I'm eager to see you guys again, whenever that may be. Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. If you want more information about YWAM, let me know. If you just feel like, you need to say something to me, say it. God works through all that, and it's a phenomenal experience. Yeah, so this is the short video, so I hope you're ready for the long one. Love you guys.